Life as a writer is ambiguous. It's an adventure. It's filled with uncertainty, but at the same time, it gives you a great sense of purpose. We don't know that it's fallen apart till we don't have it any longer. And that was in my case. Back in New York, I was hired to write a book on a particular drug. I went into so-called drug dens to obtain information. But at the same time, I used the drug. Prior to that, I'd never used a drug in my life. When I fell into addiction, I started off as a pretty cool guy as a writer, and I was doing quite well in my life. And as it progressed, that coolness eventually corroded and was replaced by a numbness to the world around me. And then you become aware of the dangers in it. On a couple of occasions, I had a gun to my head. I was no longer collecting royalties on books I've written. I've depleted bank accounts. Family has kind of turned their back on me. Friends had jumped ship. That process led me back into Los Angeles. And it was while I was working on a film, and addiction prevented me from doing that. And as a consequence, I was fired from the studio. It was that experience that led me here to Vancouver. I was first introduced to Jewish Family Services at an event in the building I live in. At the same time, I was really at a very low point in my life. Couldn't see a future. Yes, I had recovered from addiction and I lost my purpose. I wasn't going to jump up and kiss the moon, I can assure you. After that, I reached out and I was immediately set up with an intake and a counselor who came to my suite. And it was that conversation that just provided just a little bit of hope for me. It wasn't like a lot. I mean, it was just that much, but when you don't have any, that much is a lot. Jewish Family Services not only provided healthy foods, they provide a contact to help build my inner self, my inner nourishment. They help cover some personal costs. They help, particularly in my direction, give me hope. It's not something I'm going to rely on for the rest of my life, but it's enough to bridge me to the other side. And now I have a vision of what that other side is. And that other side is me publishing again and back in the cycle of writing. And that's what Jewish Family Services provided me.
I would say my first impression of Don was that he was rather battered and bruised. He'd been a successful writer and author and lived a life of status, I would say, and prestige. I think what inspires me about Don is the human spirit that's behind him. He's brighter, he's laughing a lot, he's expressing excitement for the future. Through all the different programs and services, it's enabled him to put the building blocks together once more to create a life that has meaning, for him, a life that has purpose.
Without Jewish Family Services, I would not be here today. I can honestly tell you that. I am now really excited about the present and the future. I'm alive again. If I could tell you how I'm feeling today, I would say I could jump up and kiss the moon. That's Jewish Family Services.